Hello. So let me know as you tune in. I'm like fixing my hair. What can I say? Let me know. It's like a mess. Let me know when you tune in. Say hey. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Love connecting with you guys as you jump on. I also like to make sure that I'm like actually in the group live because sometimes I mess up. So that does happen. Okay, I am live. So today we are going to talk about 6 things that are holding you back from signing high ticket clients in your coaching business. So if you are tuning in, let me know below if you are a coach, what kind of coach are you? I'm actually gonna leave a comment here. Let me know as you join if you're a coach and what kind of coach you are. Hi, Ash. So would love for y'all to share that with me. I'm gonna keep driving home, guys, being interactive with me on these lives because I like talking to people and having people engage as I share. So anyway, let me pull up my reference sheet as I go through this with you guys. But essentially, you know, there are certain steps, certain things that you want to take into account when you are starting out your coaching business, really any service-based business, but you know, coaching especially, this is really focused on that. And what are the 6 steps holding you back from signing high ticket clients? Because a lot of times, you know, coaches will tell you like, these are the things you have to do, but it's like, okay, but how do I do them without like messing up, like doing the wrong things too, right? Because I can tell you to create a brand. Hello, Lindsay. Hello, Elizabeth. It's so interesting. It tells me sometimes when people join in, but not everyone. But you know, I can tell you to create a brand, but it's like, okay, but like, what should I avoid when doing that, right? You don't really know. So it's a different approach that we're taking right now. So also, I'm going to talk you guys through this stuff, but I left a link in the like information for this live. And it's a link for my freebie, and my freebie just dives deeper into all this stuff that we're going to talk about today. So it's really, really valuable. So y'all should definitely grab it. Lisa says, I am an engagement badass and I coach women to increase reach and results on socials and engaged AF. That is awesome, Lisa. I love that. I love that. So basically the things, and Ashley, an intuitive business coach, help entrepreneurs pull in their intuition and create ease in their business, cultivating intimacy with their clients so to guide them deeper. Beautiful, girl. I love it. So when it comes to the 6 steps that are holding you back from signing high ticket clients, the very first thing you want to look at is your brand. So if your brand is not on point, your brand is going to be holding you back, because in reality, your brand helps you to build authority and helps you to become known, right? Because pieces of your brand make you relatable, make people think about you. So for example, you know, I am constantly talking about my dog, and people ask questions about her constantly. They react to stories I share about her constantly because they're constantly thinking about her. And like, people will message me and be like, because my dog's kind of bizarre looking, honestly. People will message me like, oh my gosh, Becky, I saw a dog that looked like yours, like crazy, whatever. And you know, there's different things that you can do that people then think about. I know one coach that she constantly has like 5 different mugs on her desk. She's always drinking a bunch of different drinks at once. And she talked about that so much that now when other people have several different cups on their desk, they tag her in their Instagram stories because they've thought about her, right? So you want to think about what are the things in your brand that are going to make you stand out, that are going to make people think about you. So that's the first thing. So if your brand isn't on point, then that's holding you back. And so the big mistake here is not establishing a brand. If you don't establish a brand, you're going to get stuck. So in the freebie, I'll just tell you, you're going to get walked through building out your hero story. So that's really valuable, and it's going to help you. Hey, Kate, it's going to help you with building out, you know, your brand, right? Because if you don't know your hero story and you don't know like how you got from point A to point B, or don't know how to tell it correctly, that as well will hold you back. So these are all things that are going to hold you back. So in the freebie that I have linked in the like caption or whatever for this live, there's there's the section on your brand story, your brand pillars. It's going to help you walk through, create your hero story. It's going to help you think about like, what are you passionate about? Because your passions are what help make you unique, and you can bank on that essentially. And then we go through something called your weird. What is your weird? Because that's really what makes you unique and makes you stand out. So my weird in general is just being freaking weird. And that's because I've kind of like branded owning your weird as part of my brand. So I'm helping people create their weird and figure it out for themselves. So we go through that in this freebie. And then we go through your non-negotiable pillar. So your non-negotiable pillar, that is how you, your non-negotiable pillar is how you create opinions, strong polarizing opinions, and you push those out and you share about your strong opinions, your strong beliefs, and it helps people connect with you. It helps you connect with your dream clients more because they're going to see what your opinions are, and if they agree with them, if they believe in what you're saying, and if they do, they're going to get super attracted to you. And then we go through implementation as well in the freebie. So that's number one. The first thing holding you back from signing high ticket clients is not having your personal brand built out. The next one is you don't have a niche, right? So imagine shouting to a whole room and no one listening when you can literally have the person who needs to hear you right beside you, and you can whisper to them exactly what they need to hear. Like, imagine that. That's what having a niche allows you to do. So if you don't have a niche and you're just talking to everyone, you're really talking to no one. And people are always saying that, but it's so true, you guys. It's so true. So you really need to perfect your niche and figure out who you're trying to talk to, who you're trying to target. So that's the next step here, and that's what's holding you back as well. If you do not know who you are talking to, if you are talking to everyone, it's going to hold you back from signing high ticket clients. The more specific you get when starting out, the easier it's going to be to get clients. And as I'm talking, you guys, if you have any questions, please ask. I talk kind of fast because I want to make sure I get through everything. But yeah, so then in the freebie, I help you with really specific questions to get specific about your dream client. We also get specific about your niche, because your dream client and your niche are different. They go together, but they're different. So your dream client is who specifically you want to work with, and your niche is more about like the problem you solve. So for example, this is from the freebie. If you call yourself a fitness coach, that's what you call yourself. Hi, Sarah, you call yourself a fitness coach. But what you do is you're helping women to lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks without ever giving up cake, right? So the problem that you solve is the belief that you have to give up everything in order to be fit, right? So you want to get so freaking specific on your niche that you know the problem that you're solving for people. That's so important. So I am a business coach for beginners, and what I help them do is I help them figure out how to build a foundation to their business and start signing high ticket clients. That's what I do for them. So they come to me and they don't know how to get clients, and they don't know how to market themselves and do attraction marketing and all that, and I teach them how to do all of that, right? So then the next thing that's holding you back. So I think it's really, really crucial. It depends on your ideal client, right? But ultimately, I think Instagram is a really fantastic place to start, a really great platform to start when it comes to building your business. And then once you get really, really clear through Instagram is when you kind of transfer over to Facebook. That's my opinion. For some people, it needs to be Facebook from the get-go based on their target audience, right? So the next step, the next thing that's holding you back is that you don't have a strong Instagram bio, but this can go for Facebook too. If you don't have a strong Facebook page, because if you're using your Facebook for professional reasons, you need to have a strong professional looking Facebook page. You should have an I help statement somewhere on your Facebook page too, that you can do that. So you're going to want to do that. So essentially in the freebie, I walk you through everything you need to do to create the perfect Instagram bio to call everybody in. And I actually did a live in here, I think last week, I want to say, where I talked about your Instagram and like Instagram bios and that kind of stuff. So that was a pretty good live as well. But ultimately, this can be holding you back as well. If you are not clear in your bio and looking professional in your bio, telling people what they can expect if they follow you, then why are people going to follow you? And if people don't follow you and you're using Instagram to get clients, how are you going to get clients if people aren't following you? Right? So it just doesn't work. So you need to have a structure there, and you need to have a system there. And if you don't, it's going to hold you back. But when you create it, which this freebie will help you create, there's actually a done for you template in there to create your Instagram bio. you're gonna be golden. It's not gonna be as difficult, because people are gonna, like, if potential clients get attracted to your page, they're gonna see your bio and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what I need. And we also talk about highlights in there, because your highlights are really important too. You wanna have them, but you don't wanna have a bunch of them. You wanna be really strategic with them. So we talk about that as well. So then the next thing is, if you want to convert, you need to be consistent. So a huge mistake I see is that coaches will get started and they'll show up for like a week and they won't get any bites on their coaching. So they'll just like cancel. They'll stop for a couple of days, if even more sometimes. Sometimes people try in their business for a month, nothing happens, so they just quit. But here's the thing, businesses don't get built overnight. It takes time to build a business. Hang on. It takes time to build a business. So it's going to be a process to get you to the place where you are bringing in clients. At first, it's going to be a little bit tough. And then one day things are going to click and it's going to be really freaking, not easy, but it's going to flow a lot more. But it starts with consistency. Consistency is where it starts. So it's showing up at the same time every single day to post on your Instagram feed. It's showing up every single day on Instagram stories. It's doing lives consistently every single week. It's showing up and having people get to the place where they're expecting to see you. But consistency leads to conversions. And if you are not being consistent, you're not going to see clients coming in. There might be one or two coming in out of luck here and there, but ultimately what's going to continue to attract more clients, what's going to continue to attract more people to you, is being consistent, is showing up day in, day out, providing value, being of service. Like, that's where it starts. And from there, you're going to be able to get clients. It builds on each other, right? And consistency is like king, you guys. Like, consistency is the key to it all, really. Okay. Yes. So in my opinion, every day is necessary. I don't think that you need to necessarily post on Saturdays and Sundays. I think that, you can take a break here and there, but I personally think that every day is necessary, and it's like, how much are you willing to do to get results and see results in your business is really what it comes down to. Like, when I first started business coaching, I wanted to please all my clients. So I was like, if 2 is the most days you can do to post, then start with 2 and go from there. And I mean, yes, hi, Donna. Yes, 2 is better than like none at all, right? Like, anything is better than nothing. However, if you are not posting every single day, the momentum is not going to build, because Instagram, just like, think about it in a Facebook group, right? How do you build in a Facebook group? How do you get seen in a Facebook group? You have to constantly be commenting on people's posts. You have to constantly be engaging, making your own posts that are engaging, like getting to know people, connecting, right? The more engaged you are in a Facebook group, the more people see you, right? It's the same with Instagram. The more that you post, the more people see you. So if you only post once or twice a week, or even 3 times a week, especially if it's not like, if you have, if you're not so Facebook pages are a little bit different. Like I had mentioned, I'm talking about Instagram because my coaching is really focused on building your audience on Instagram and building a following on Instagram. When it comes to Instagram, you need to be posting every single day. But I mean, I would still post pretty consistently on Facebook, but I do think that Facebook pages aren't as effective as like Instagram is in terms of building your business, growing your business, reaching more people. I don't actually know the analytics behind posting on a Facebook page and what that does for you per se. But for anybody that thinks they don't have things to post every day, if you are a coach and you have a system that you take people through, and you want your coaching business to succeed, you can come up with things to talk about every single day. I have been coaching now since September of 2018. So that's almost 2 years. And I have had instances where I don't post for like a week or so because I need to take time off. But for the most part, I've been posting nonstop every single day for 2 years almost. You know what I mean? Yes, Terry, Post Solutions. So there's always things to post about. There's always things to post about. And you can repurpose content. You can talk about the same thing over and over again. I talk about the same things because there's only so much really to talk about, but you can talk about it in different ways. And, this is kind of a tangent off of what the point of this live is about, but essentially when it comes to your content creation, right, you want to be storytelling, you want to be giving value to people, you want to be showing them why they need what service you provide. You want to be giving them solutions to their problems, but you also want to be honestly like exacerbating the problems, because we're marketing here. We're marketing to attract people, to show them that they need us. So you need to touch on all of those things. So ultimately, everybody's business is their own, and unless you are my coaching client, I'm not going to tell you what to do per se, but you know, you have to think about who is your target audience. That's another mistake, is just picking a platform without thinking about why you're picking it. If your target audience is a person that is more so on Instagram and more engaged on Instagram than on Facebook, then why are you focusing all your energy on Facebook, right? But if your target audience is on Facebook and you're focusing all your energy on Instagram, that doesn't make sense either. Usually they're on both, but my target audience, I'm going to be able to connect with them and speak with them more on Instagram. I use Facebook as well because it's valuable. It allows me to reach more people. This platform is amazing to be able to go live every week like this. So I take advantage of these opportunities, but most of my energy is put into Instagram because that is where my potential clients are going to connect with me. So you need to, that's something, that's a bonus, right? Of something, this is not one of the 6 ones, but that's holding you back. If you allow yourself to just do what you want to do and not think about where is your ideal client, like where's your ideal client hanging out, then you might never reach your ideal client, right? Like that's something else you want to think about. So the next thing that would be holding you back is you're not becoming an authority. So you need to become an authority to really scale your business, to really bring on clients. When you are an authority, people trust you, people believe you, people want to learn more from you, people want to hear from you. So it really starts with building an authority comes from your content that you're creating. It comes from the way you're showing up. Consistency helps with authority, and it comes with your personal brand, honestly. So, you know, a huge mistake I see is that coaches put off this energy of like they're trying to prove themselves, and they think that proving themselves, this is great info. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're essentially showing them what sets you apart from the competition. Exactly. Yeah. No one's ever reinventing the wheel. Like business is business. You're so welcome for this. Business is business. You know, mindset is mindset. Health is health. Fitness is fitness. And there's different modalities for each one, right? But for the most part, like we're all kind of doing it the same, and people choose to work with us because they like the way that we speak, they like the way that we teach, they like the spin that we have on it, and that's where they come in terms of why they want to work with us, why they want to learn from us, right? So part of that is, if you're not becoming an authority, if you're not showing up as an authority, then you're holding people back. You're holding yourself back from sending high ticket clients because people don't know that you actually know what you're talking about. And if you come at it from a place of trying to prove yourself, it's not going to work because people are going to see right through you. So you need to come to it from a place of like authenticity and being genuine and, you know, that kind of thing. So in the freebie, you guys, like, it's so freaking good. You should download it for sure. The link is in here. In the freebie, it talks you through some authority hacking secrets. So different things that you can be doing. I give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, things that you can be doing to avoiding essentially what mistakes not to make, and then what you do instead to help you build your authority. And then the last piece when it comes to it's been a long week, you guys. 6 steps holding you back is your sales. If you are not selling, then you are not going to make any money. You're not going to sign any high ticket clients. It's not a matter of putting stuff out there and hoping someone bites. It's a matter of being strategic. It's a matter of being smart. It's a matter of having a plan and then selling constantly. You know, a lot of coaches will be like, well, if you're not, like, they say, the number one thing you have to do this week to sign a client, right? And it's clickbait essentially. And it's like, sell your offer, like talk about your offer. And I mean, it's not wrong, right? Like if you talk about your offer every single day for a week, there's a chance that you're going to get a client. But in reality, there's a lot more to it than that, because you don't just talk about your offer. You have to be strategic about the way you're talking about your offer. There is specific content that needs to be created when you're trying to sell your services to touch on the right pain points, to touch on the right trigger points in someone's brain to make them want to buy from you. So these are things these are reasons you work with a coach, right? Is to learn these things, is to get this guidance, to get this support, to learn what is the marketing tactics that you need that you need to take action on to be able to sign clients, to be able to attract people, to be able to do all of those things. So it's really important to think about that. So when it comes to selling, the other really big thing is you need to be tracking. So if you are not tracking your leads, you are making a big mistake. So that's something I do with all of my clients from the get-go, is I help them track their leads, because if you're not tracking your leads, then you don't know who you're talking to, and you don't know who you're letting slip through the cracks. So you need to be really, really focused and really, really clear on who you're talking to, and like in the DMs and stuff, and then how, like, do you follow back up with them? Like, what does that process look like? Their systems need to be implemented into your business. And when it comes to selling and scaling with sales, there's a good chunk of systems that need to be put in place. And if you don't have them, you're going to be limiting yourself and limiting the amount that you can scale and all that. So these are really the main 6 steps that are holding you back from signing high ticket clients. So we went over your brand pillars and why you need a really good, strong brand to sign high ticket clients. We went over the importance of niching down, figuring out who your dream client is, all that good stuff. You need to have a really solid, really clear Instagram, really professional in terms of the bio and stuff, so people know what to expect from you, and it's going to lead them to like choose to follow you or not. And if they follow you, they're just one step closer to potentially being a warm lead, right? Consistency is key to conversions, right? You need to be consistent. If anyone has any questions, please drop them in. I talked so freaking fast, and I'm actually done a little bit early. So if you have questions, I'd love to answer them for you. And then you need to build authority, and the freebie goes through authority hacking secrets. And then the sales piece, right? And then there's also bonuses in this freebie. There's a done for you Instagram bio template. There's an stepping into abundance guide. And there's also some of my favorite call to actions that convert. Are you selling from both your social media and website? I don't really honestly use my website to sell. I have sales pages whenever I'm launching a new offer. I do have a website, but my friend who is an epic brand strategist helped me make it for me when I first started my business. And when I first started my business, I was a social media manager. And to be quite honest, I just haven't really changed it since all that much. It's changed a little bit, but not enough. So it's just not, like, this might sound bad to some people, but it's just not been my priority. So I spend most of my time selling from social media. I don't really link anyone to my website or anything. Like, it's not hard to find because it's just my name. So if people guess that and search it, like, it's a beautiful website. There's just not much on it. So yeah, I don't really use my website to sell my services, but I will in the future. I think it's valuable, but I don't think that that's the first step. I think that the first step is building out your social, picking a social platform and building out your audience there and converting clients there. And then down the road, building out your website. But I probably, if any web designers are watching me right now, they're probably screaming. So it's, everybody has their own opinion on it. But ultimately a website is for SEO, right? So if you're not blogging and doing all these things to build up SEO, how are people even going to be finding your website? So that's my opinion on that. But does anyone have any other questions? Yeah, I definitely think social media is a better platform for sure. I mean, I think websites are fantastic and you technically like kind of own your website, right? So I have opinions on owning things as well, but it's good to have, but it's not like, I don't think it's like what you need to focus on. Like, I don't think somebody should wait until, like, I don't think somebody should wait to start selling until they have a website. You know what I mean? Like, I think that your website, like, you should start selling first and then create the website later, kind of a thing. That's my opinion though. Anything else, guys? I can't believe I finished early. Normally I like take so much time doing this, but it happened. Videos are useful too. Yeah, videos are great. Absolutely. Videos, the more you show up on video, the better, to be completely honest. Video builds authority, builds connection. That's why lives are so valuable. That's why Instagram stories are so valuable. So yeah, I would definitely recommend videos for sure. Absolutely. Anything else? If not, then I will hop off, but I hope that this was, hi Stella, I hope that this was a valuable training for you guys. How long should you run an ad, and are there specific posts to promote? I don't believe in Facebook ads or Instagram ads, actually. I think that they're valuable once you hit a certain level in your business for like passive courses and stuff, but I don't think that paid ads are smart. I think organic marketing all the way. So I only train organic marketing. I don't talk about ads. So I know a little bit about ads, but I don't really have strong enough opinions other than I don't like them when starting your business. So I can't help you with that one. But definitely, guys, download that freebie, learn all the things. It's going to be super, super valuable for you. There's even an opportunity to get on a call with me for free if you download the freebie. So that's another cool thing. Absolutely, Terry. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy, and I'll be back next week to do a live on some other topics. So I'll see you guys there, hopefully, and have a great rest of your week and a fabulous weekend.